Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Scratch Bully here again, and I'm here for yet another T.S.Blog. This one's going to be about me talking about, the music that I loved, throughout my life, from when I was in elementary school all the way up till now. Now I'm not going to be going over who I think sucks or who I think is potentially the best if they were to ever become mainstream. I'll save that for another video. Here it is, a vlog of me talking about the music that I listened to and how I was influenced by it, and how I was my personality wise because of it, and all that stuff. So without further ado, I'm about to talk about the music that influenced me. To start off with the music that I loved, I'm going to start out with elementary school. And I'm going to start out talking about how when I was in elementary school, one of the biggest reasons that I loved the music was because my older sister Jordan introduced me to it. Before my mom moved to the city of Maumee, Ohio, we lived in Toledo, where my dad's house is. This is my dad's house. And I've always watched MTV Hits, the MTV channel that shows the music videos. And I think this is around the early 2000s when I was 6, 7, 8, and I would always watch the videos with my sister. Because of my sister, I was into people like Fall Out Boy and Good Charlotte, those bands. I pretty much grew up listening to them, and other people even Maroon 5, when their album Songs About Jane was released, with the songs Harder to Breathe and Sunday Morning and She Will Be Loved. I always loved these bands when I was a little kid, and because of that, I was my sister always tried to influence me and stuff. She would always have that somewhat of a dude lingo, I was surfer or something like that, because my sister was pretty cool. We had sibling rivalry when we were younger, but now that we're older, me being 17 and her going to be 24 this year, we get along a lot. So overall, I give credit to her for getting me into that sort of stuff. Now, getting into middle school, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I would always play video games, especially the Tony Hawk games, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I only had 3 and 4 of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series, and also Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2. And at a time, I also had American Wasteland, but now I can't find it anywhere. And those games I had for PlayStation 2, which I still play them. The music soundtracks, it always came to my attention that the music that they listened to, not only was it catchy, and not only did I like it, but I realized that the music, nobody ever heard of the music that was on the video games. Nobody's ever heard of Camaro Smith, nobody's ever heard of the Dropkick Murphys, nobody's ever heard of, pretty much, I would always say, nobody knows about the music on Tony Hawk's Underground. It was never mainstream, it never went commercial, which, in a sense, that's actually a good thing. I would always love the music, and I would always listen to it, and I think not only did those Tony Hawk games influence me to get into skateboarding, but it also gave me a love for, if you put it in rap terms, underground rock. I always loved it. As I got further into middle school and stuff, I got really into the rock legends, the idols that are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I always loved pretty much any band and any song that was on the Guitar Hero series, especially Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, because that was the first Guitar Hero that me personally I ever owned. And to be honest, it was introduced by my Aunt Becky. I went in when I was still getting babysat. I walked in and I saw them playing Guitar Hero, and they started me off on easy, and I started getting more and more into it. And by 6th grade, I think by 6th grade, I was already playing expert, like on the difficulty of expert. And I lived and breathed Guitar Hero pretty much. And I would air guitar all the freaking time. I would do it so much that other students that was going to the school I was going to, keep in mind I was going to a Catholic school. Keep in mind I was going to a Catholic school when I loved all, like, you know, the rock and stuff. And like, you know, I kind of felt like I was one of those students, like, you know, from the movie School of Rock, because they were going to a private school and they were wearing uniforms and you had to pay a lot of money to get into it. Right now, I like the movie even more because I'm listening to these kids, like the dialogue, and I'm thinking to myself, like, now that you're older, you're understanding what they're saying and you're listening. I'm thinking to myself, I swear I could have been one of the casting members, because that's how I felt. I loved rock, but they didn't necessarily encourage it. Well, I mean, obviously they weren't, like, you know, closing it off, but like, you know, people weren't really, like, you know, into that stuff. And the teachers, like, you know, they saw that they liked how I was admiring something that I liked, but sometimes even they found it annoying. The music I like now is way, way different than what I liked when I was in junior high and middle school. But don't get me wrong, I still love rock, I still love indie rock, I still love, like, you know, underground rock, I still love all that stuff. And the reason I even started listening to it was because of my older sister, and also the video games I played, because they had music nobody ever heard of. And that's one of the reasons why I like music that nobody's ever heard of, because often that music's the best. Anyway, in high school, I started getting into rap because of George Watsky and his Pale Kid Raps Fast video, which sadly on his channel it's, like, for some reason been taken down or something. But if you, like, you know, search it or something, you'll find it. I got into rap solely because of him. He rapped fast, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta try that out when I, like, you know, get the free time. And right now, I'm rapping that fast, and also I'm starting to get into meaning because, like, you know, I only liked him for his speed when I found out about him. And I start listening to his other songs on his self-entitled album, Watsky. And I've been listening to those songs, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, these are some good songs. Like, you know, he's very lyrical, despite the fact that he's, like, you know, he used to be a poet and go in a poetry contest in San Francisco. I started getting into meaning, and that's why the lyrics that I write right now, that I'm in the process of writing, I try to put as much meaning as I can. And like, you know, I've always, like, you know, loved rap ever since I was in high school, always. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you guys is when I was little, I got into rock because of my dad bought me a guitar, and like, I never took lessons, but I definitely, like, played around on it a lot. And me and Chris Steiner, the one I did the epic freestyle raps with back in 2012 and 2013, we would play around on my little toy drums, which aren't anything special, and he would play around on either his guitar or my guitar. A few years down the road, I was hanging out with him, and he has a new guitar, and he was playing on the guitar. He's actually improved so much on the guitar. He's improved so much, like, in the 2 years, like, because 2 years ago we were, like, into jamming and stuff, and I mean, obviously I'm not saying he sucked back then, because he was a little better than me, but like, you know, he's definitely gotten better. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, you know, got in a band and, like, you know, ended up being known for it. Also, in my since I go to Penta Career Center, my digital video production class has a lot of talented people. I know of 3 people: Connor Cricks, Tiernan Rice, the one with the curly hair in my vlog, and Tyler Ritter, the one I called Tie-Dye T in the vlog, and Connor, the one that I was doing the asking all them questions thing in the camera techniques video. They play guitar, and they're actually really good at it. Like Tiernan and Connor, they're amazing. And Tyler, I haven't really seen him jam a lot, but I've definitely seen him play, and he's not bad. And Connor, he can also sing, and he's actually really good at it. And so because of those 4 people, Chris Steiner, Connor Cricks, Tierney Rice, and Tyler Ritter, I decided I'm going to take my guitar out of the basement that had no strings and put some strings on it. And that's why there are strings on this guitar right now. I've definitely been playing a lot of guitar on this, like I've been jamming and stuff. I never really took lessons or anything, but like, you know, this guitar is actually a few years old. I've had it since I attended the Catholic school before 7th grade. And like I've been definitely learning a lot, and my biggest influences, of course, right now are those 4 people. And this amp definitely is pretty old too. And that's why it has, like, you know, a sort of wisping sound, sort of like, you know, staticky sound when I turn it on and when I'm playing it and stuff. But right now I'm gonna try the best that I can to show you guys what I can do on this. So here we go. This one is Smoke on the Water. I knew this one when I was, like, you know, young, playing the guitar, but I learned online on YouTube how to play it, and it was around 2009 or 2010 when I was in, like, junior high when I learned it. But obviously I still remember it after 4 years since it's so simple. But here I go. Here's Smoke on the Water. Simple Smoke on the Water. Now, obviously, that was a little distorted, but like I can play a lot. I can play a lot of things. Like one of the songs that I play, the reason I play them and practice on them is because my friend Connor, he can sing and he can play it. And during the little auditorium performances that we play on some Fridays, he played it once, and he's actually really good at it. And I have my own little way of playing it. So here it is. This is Back from Cali, played by Slash. Now that one, I actually really like to play because, like, you know, it's really fun. It's like, you know, it gives your fingers, like, you know, the ability to slide all the time. To this day, I love playing guitar. I definitely love to rap and beatbox and all that stuff. And like, you know, I've just always loved many types of music. So it's safe to say that my biggest influences are not only family members, but video games as well. And also people that you never knew you were going to meet. Because I didn't really have the intention of going to Penn in the first place. But I kept an open mind, went, and I met some musically talented people. Friends, family, even video games can influence your music taste. Especially if it's video games that have soundtracks of songs you've never heard of. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more videos. I'm out.